5 people shot, including 3 women, in North Philly near Temple University. Greetings, fellow Earthlings and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and right now we're in the state of Pennsylvania. We're currently in the city of Philadelphia. Today we're going to be doing a driving tour of the North Central Philadelphia hood here in Philadelphia, PA. Right now we are driving through Temple University's campus. We are now approaching one of the borders of North Central Philly. Now, North Central Philly is very loosely defined. There isn't a real highlighted outline of the neighborhood, but we're gonna start here at Cecil B. Moore Ave, and we're gonna travel southbound. Right now, we're currently traveling westbound on Cecil B. Moore Ave through Temple University's campus, but we're gonna make a left, hence us traveling southbound. You can see we have several students on our right-hand side. Those are college students. We have a few eateries on our left-hand side, such as Lee's Foodway, Mr. Melon, Crunchin', which is, I believe, a chicken spot, Korean Eats, Korean fried chicken. We have a China House, Mecca Unisex Salon, City View Pizza, and more. We're gonna travel a little further forward. We have a FedEx office on our right. So there's several businesses here in this little business district that's very close to the campus. We're passing Sydenham, D&J Hardware on our right-hand side, Philly Hair Code on our right-hand side. They sell hair bundles and more. We're passing 16th Street. We don't want to go right because that's going to leave us in the Cecil B. Moore neighborhood. We're now passing Willington. We have some new buildings on our left, space available. There's a lot of development in this area because of Temple University and the students. As you can see all these colorful buildings on our left? Let's make this left-hand turn here. We're going to turn left. See that building right there in front of us? That colorful new building? That's a new addition to the area. Made probably within the last decade or so. We have an abandoned building on our left-hand side. You see how it's boarded up? Surprisingly, there's still an abandoned building in the area. I'm pretty sure that it's owned. They're probably just plotting on when they want to renovate it. On our right-hand side, we had a pretty nice, taller building. A lot of these buildings in this area, they have tall doorways. We're approaching Oxford. We're currently traveling southbound on 17th Street. We're at the intersection of 17th and Oxford. We'll go up a handful of blocks, we'll make a right, we'll come back down, and we'll zigzag through the area. Directly in front of us at the end of the road, behind the trees, I can see the Philadelphia skyline. Philadelphia skyline is directly in front of us. North Central Philadelphia is an area in the North Philadelphia section of the city. The name derived from its location near Center City. We're very close to Center City. Check out these buildings on my right. Off-campus Philly. You see it? For rent. You see the ones on my right-hand side? I'm sorry, there's a vehicle behind me. So I'm trying not to go too slow, but too fast. Got to find a happy medium. Look at the doorways. So that's campus apartments. Nice buildings, though. I would like to turn one of those into a home. That would be pretty cool. We're at Jefferson, 17th and Jefferson. We have J Street Food Market on our right. We have a few gentlemen hanging outside. I see a few of them. The older ones near the vehicle, they're holding what looks to be like either cheesesteaks or hoagies, maybe like a cheesesteak platter. They have a couple rolls wrapped in white paper. He has his coffee too. You can get fast food like that from these corner stores in the area. You can get like chicken fingers, hoagies, cheesesteaks, french fries, and more. We have some buildings that are boarded up on our right. Check that out. Blocks away from the Temple campus. And this road is quite rough. I don't know if you guys can hear the roughness, but it's definitely doing a number on my suspension. We're approaching Master Street, as in master's degree. We're at 17th and Master. You should master your craft. You can probably see the downtown skyline a bit more from right here in front of us. You see, because the trees aren't blocking it. There's a gentleman over here on my left who has a garage with a bunch of classic cars. A good amount of classic cars. I don't know if he still has them out here. Let's see. He has some old school cars. All right, I see one. I see two. Look on my left. You see the burgundy one? Then look on my right. Oh, his whole lot on my right is full of classics. Woo! On Ingersoll, the 1700 block of Ingersoll, he literally had about a dozen or more classics parked inside that lot. Let's make this right on Sabre. Let's see if I can get you guys a better look at that guy's lot. Oh, wow, look at this block that we found. This block has so many new properties. Look at for sale on my right-hand side. 1707 Sabre is for sale in Philadelphia, PA. Brand new home. If you want to check out what the pricing is going for, look on our left, a little teeny weeny cute two-story home. That's one of the original homes. 1714 is taken. 1716 is for sale. They boast a roof deck. You guys can check out the property value there if you want to Google it and see how much it's going for. Look at, there's an original OG house over here on our left-hand side. You see this red one? For sale. What's the address? 1726 Sabre is available. And look at these little ones on our left, originals. The ones on our right, the 3 stories are new. I do have a vehicle behind me. We have some empty lots on our left being built in. Wow, spectacular. Look at this house in front of us. Look at the roof deck. Look up. Wow, let's go forward. No, let's go forward. Yeah, I was gonna make a right, but let's go forward to the next block. Then we'll make a right and we'll come right back down so we can check out that classic car lot. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to get a good view. So we have some original homes. Look at the crown on the front of the properties on our left. Look at the front crown. Look at the design of it. So North Central Philadelphia, according to the 2010 United States Census, is primarily a low-income neighborhood where 60% of its residents are African American and 40% are Puerto Rican. And there's other neighborhoods in the area that also can be classified as North Central. You have Stanton and Hartranft, and I know I showed you guys Hartranft. Okay, we're gonna make this right-hand turn. Notice how as we make this right-hand turn, there's a building wrapped in the Tyvek wrap. You see it right there in front of us. You see that Tyvek wrap, home wrap? They're renovating that building. That has a new front. Let's make this right on Ingersoll, the 1800 block of Ingersoll. We are now entering the 1800 block of Ingersoll here in North Central Philadelphia. So you can see a mix. On our right, you see actually two-story homes that have a third roof, or I should say third floor addition. You see it? You see the brick one, the brownstone on our right, and then the brownstone that was painted gray. And on top, you see the yellow, what's that, vinyl siding, and then the gray vinyl siding. They actually added a third floor. Look on our left. You see how they're originally 2-story? So that's also an option that some homeowners and or investors decide to add to their 2-story home. Look at this little cat on our left, chubby guy. What's up, buddy? A gray one. We have some new buildings. Look at on our right, new buildings on our left. You can see these houses on our left, they're new, but they're lived in because they have the Christmas lights and all that stuff, Christmas wreaths. 1811 Ingersoll. Brand new home, guys. These are brand new out of the box. Like, when I mean brand new, I mean every amenity in the home is new. It was made from ground up. So you might be wondering, what is crime like in this area? Is it safe? People are moving here, but is it safe? Well, based on areavibes.com, this neighborhood is rated an F rating, but that is nothing new. It receives an F rating for crime. Total crime in the area is up 263% above the national average. Violent crime is up 430% above the national average. Property crime is up 231% above the national average. You have a gentleman on our left and a gentleman on our right. You can see it must be trash day because you see the little trash bins out front, the little boxes of trash and all of that. Look on our left, they had a blue F-type Jaguar parked in the lot, in a rough beat lot. If I owned a Jaguar, notice how I don't say Jaguar, but Jaguar, if I owned a Jaguar, I probably wouldn't put it in one of those rough lots. Oh, this is the lot right here on my left with all the classics. Look at that. Woo, my boy got a lot of classics. Let me see if I can point the vehicle. He has some old school ones from like the 50s and probably a little further. Let me see if I can point towards there. You see him? I don't know if you can see him. It doesn't do justice. Wow. The Suburban is fairly newer. It's in the 80s. But no, he actually got some goodies in there. Ooh, Novas, Dusters. Look at that. Yes, yes, yes. Land for sale. He's selling the land. Ooh. He's selling the land. Residential land. Development project available. You see, everything got a price, guys. RSA 3 zone. Look at that little alley in front of us. Look at that. That was a lot. Wow, I came here years ago and I shot a music video out here. That's how I knew about the classic cars. And this was an empty lot in front of us. And look at, they put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 2 is 16 properties. 16 properties that are 4 stories high. First floor, brownstone. Second, third, and fourth floor are vinyl sided. And check it out. They have their own driveway and everything. I see a dry erase board at the end of the alley. Wow, guys. That's incredible. They just drop them everywhere. Like Legos. These are seriously like Lego homes. They drop them so fast. In North Central Philadelphia, key findings show that you have a 1 in 12 chance of becoming a victim of crime. We're at the intersection of 17th and Thompson. We have the GESU school on our right, established in 1973, if I'm correct. We're passing Stiles Street. S-T-I-L-E-S. Not like traditional hairstyle, but you can almost probably pronounce that Stiles. But it's Stiles. So North Central is safer than 3% of the cities in Pennsylvania. Year over year, crime has not changed in Philadelphia. Right now, we're at Girard Avenue. We don't want to move any further forward because then we'll be entering the Fairmount neighborhood. A little after that would be the Spring Garden neighborhood. So let's make this right-hand turn. We're on Girard Avenue. This is the 1700 block of Girard Avenue. Check out the properties on our left. 3 stories, 4 stories, a lot of nice homes, a lot of nice properties. Many of them are apartments, believe it or not. But I won't be surprised if a handful of them are homes. Rutberg Firs on our left-hand side. Let's make this right-hand turn on 18th Street. We're next to St. Joseph's Preparatory School. Since 1851? Wow. Check out that property right there on my right. Look at that. We got some speed bumps right here in front of us. Look at that building. Very, very charming building. Let me slow down for these speed bumps. State law, yield to pedestrians. We're going to yield for our imaginary pedestrians. There's a vehicle behind me that must want me to like go gadget over these speed bumps. All right, let's move a little faster. We're passing the 1800 block of Stiles. Now we're passing Cabot. Instead of carrot, Cabot. All right. We have a gentleman walking his dog on our right. Looks like a little English terrier. Nice, cool little doggy. The dog had more of a beard than me. We're passing Sabre. We passed both these blocks earlier. Now we're passing Ingersoll. More potholes due to all of the construction. There's a lot of construction in the area. We're at Master. There's a police camera on my right-hand side. So, NBC 10 reports on September 23rd, 2022, girl, 8 years old, caught in crossfire as nearly 50 shots fired in North Central Philadelphia. Let's make this left-hand turn on Master. Luckily, the 8-year-old girl, it appears that she may have been spared. PennLive.com reports Philly double shooting kills one and injures another on September 18th, 2022. Double shooting left a woman dead and a man in critical condition. We have 10th Memorial Baptist Church on our left. Let's make this right. It looks like we have some PHA housing. PHA stands for Philadelphia Housing Authority, which is low income housing. Very beautiful homes, very beautiful looking homes. I've always admired them when I was a kid because they don't fit into our normal row home stylization. Check it out, look on our right. They look more suburban than anything. Look at Harlan Street on our left. We can go around the block and hit Harlan shortly. But I'm gonna take you through this block and you're not gonna be able to tell you're in North Central Philadelphia. It's just gonna look like a different part of Philadelphia. It's kind of like warping through the Twilight Zone. City Food Market on our right. We're at 19th and Jefferson. See those houses on our right? And then look at the ones on our left. The ones on our left are the traditional row homes, 3-story brownstone row homes. The ones on our right, it looks like it's from like a suburban picture. They got the garage, the little driveway and all that stuff. And unfortunately, since Temple University is within the area, Temple University takes a brunt of the crime. There's a fair share of crime too in Temple University. Check out these homes on our left and these homes on our right. See what I'm talking about? What you talking about, Willis? You see what I'm talking about? We have the Philadelphia Electric Company directly in front of us. That's the Oxford substation. There's many of those throughout the city. Some of them, I believe, are inactive while others are still being used. We're at 19th and Oxford. Let's make this left on Oxford. We're approaching engine number 27 on our right-hand side, which is a fire station, ambulance and fire station. We're passing the 1500 block of Uber Street, Uber, U-B-E-R. However, I was told by an Uber Street resident that it's Uber. That's how they pronounce it, Uber. But let's argue about that. It's spelled the same way as the transportation service. So I'm just gonna call it Uber. Let's make this left on 20th and 20th and Oxford. See these homes on our left? You see these on our right? These on our right look like a new addition also. New sidewalks. I've documented this area before. That's the PHA building, one of the buildings on our right. Let's go a little further. We're passing Jefferson. So North Central Philadelphia receives a livability score of 59 out of 100, which is considered below average. The cost of living is 8% lower than the Philadelphia average. Let's make this left on Harlan Street. This is the block that I said you wouldn't even think you're in North Philly, but check it out. You're in North Central Philly right now, North Philly. We got Sharswood behind us, which is another troubled neighborhood, the Sharswood Hood. Check it out. Look at this block. Crazy, right? And these are quote unquote PHA, Philadelphia Housing Authority, low-income housing, but it's beautiful set of houses if you ask me. Now, I'm not sure if they have the financing program, because they did have that in the West Kensington neighborhood where they created homes that were similar in style, like this, and they sold them off with city-funded subsidies. So, for example, a home example like this might have costed like $135,000 to low-income applicants. And then they would receive $40,000 of subsidy grant money from the city and so on and so on. But there's stipulations like you can't sell it within a certain amount of years. And if you do sell it, you got to sell it to another low income family and so on and so on. So I don't know the actual logistics to that, but I do know Philadelphia has a lot of low income housing that falls under PHA that looks just as beautiful. Some people might consider that beautiful. Some people might consider it ugly. I mean, it's cool. It's a cool looking house. Like, for example, let's go through this block. Look at how it just changes once we went through a whole different block. Let's make it right. Look at this. Check it out. Interesting, right? I mean, I guess interesting is based on the eyes of the beholder, but in North Central Philadelphia, real estate prices are 41% lower than the Philadelphia average. Rental prices in North Central are 14% lower than the Philadelphia average. Check it out. We're on Harlan and Gratz Street. Harlan and Gratz. We're gonna make this left-hand turn off of Harlan and Gratz. There's a whole rim out here. Yo, there's a rim. They stole the whole bike and just left the rim. Listen, that's why you do not leave your bike outside, even if you got a lock. They will find a way to disassemble your bike. They literally just left the rim. The population in North Central Philadelphia is 21,880 people. Okay, we have some traffic coming. Let me just approach with caution. Check out the diversity. See on the left and on the right, 2 different styles of housing. One is a row home. So this neighborhood receives a C+ rating for the cost of living. We're passing 18th and Jefferson. We have another Meow Meow crossing the street. Look at this house, or set of houses on our right. Look at how short they are compared to our left. So you see, and then look at, we have some three stories. So this is a great mixture of homes just on one block. I don't know how you guys feel about that. So this neighborhood receives an F based on employment, an F rating based on employment. Income per capita is 53% below the national average. Household income is 54% below the national average. Unemployment is up 70% above the national average. We're passing Oxford. We just passed George Med Public School on our left-hand side. I'm uncertain if it's still active or if that's one of the schools that closed down. We have a charter school on our right-hand side also. Let's make this right-hand turn on Cecil B. Moore, and now we're traveling eastbound on Cecil B. Moore. We actually came from in front of us. So the poverty level in North Central Philadelphia is 100% lower than the national average, based on areavibes.com.